look my age, and I'm fully okay with that. But to be stopped 3 times now by their cop on duty or their management asking me if I'm a youth and stopping me from entering the store, it's like, that's not normal. That's not. 3 different encounters now at this Publix where I've been asked my age, questioned. So we are just eating our sandwich here at Publix. This is Dad. Dad, say hello. Okay, so we're eating our sandwich here up on the 3rd level of Publix. And one of the main issues going on at this Publix, this is the Sunnyislesbeach Publix, is that it happens to be located near a school that's literally right next to the Publix. But that's not my issue. So the store has a lot of youth that come into the Publix, and I have for 3 times now been stopped at this Publix where they are more than inquiring if I am a youth or not, because they don't want the youths coming in at the same time, or they want them to be paced or whatever, or they don't want their backpacks in the store. And I have been stopped 3 times now at this Publix asking me if I am a youth. And let's get real, I look my age, not a youth. And I've had 3 different encounters now at this Publix where I've been asked my age, questioned. I had it where they have a resource cop that's working the store, pacing the students, and he jumped in front of me, almost followed me through the atrium area, asking me my age, asking me if my parents were in the store. Then I had another time, there's another cop working, and they have a woman that's working here who seems a little, she was stopping me by jumping in front of me. I almost fell. She put out her entire arm and I almost walked into her, asking me my age. And then the resource cop happened to be behind her, and he's reacting to her because he thinks that he needs to intervene in some way. So he's inching towards me, and I'm I'm an adult, I'm not a youth. And then she's like, oh, you look good for your age. Now this happened a 3rd time, and so I just finished eating, and this is the 3rd time that I have been stopped at this Publix by one of their resource cop people, and asking me if I'm a youth. And I stopped her immediately, and it just kind of answered her question before she had a chance to ask me out, because she was starting. And I'm I'm an adult. And in this case, what was interesting was I don't think she believed me. And I said something to her oh, thanks for the compliment, but if anything, we're at Botox level. And she was just really, really looking at me, didn't believe me. It's are we at a point of actually now being ID'd? I'm just annoyed because this is the 3rd time now at this Publix that I've been stopped. I fully look my age, and I'm fully okay with that. But to be stopped 3 times now by their cop on duty or their management asking me if I'm a youth and stopping me from entering the store, it's that's not normal. That's not okay. It's just not normal. It's not normal. I've had, so in the first situation, the cop stopped me, put out, was following me through the atrium area, asking me if I'm a youth. Second time involved, their management and cop stopping me, asking me if I'm a youth. Thought the cop was actually going to get involved. She's like, oh, you look good for your age. Now again today, cop stopping me. I kind of headed her off by, she was trying to come towards me and putting up her hand like this, and I was like, I'm not a youth, I'm an adult. In this case, which was weird, was it didn't even seem like she believed me. And I made the joke, if anything, we're at Botox level. And she was like, oh, okay. It's what are we, Publix? So really at a level where now we're gonna ID me? You're gonna ID me just to enter the store? We're not even buying anything where you need to check me. It's we're we're at a point now where I have to show ID just to get into the store because you're asking young women their age as they're entering the store, Publix. It's not normal. And I'm not like egotistical in the sense of like, I know that I look my age. I've never thought otherwise. It's just absolutely ridiculous. What's weird is like the same female manager, one of the ones that's asked me my age, this is someone who the other day she went into the women's restroom and she was annoyed that there were women in the bathroom, apparently, even though it's a bathroom, and she like banged on all the stall doors, and she then said that they were embarrassing for being in the bathroom. I mean, it's like, I don't understand. And some of you have been like, well, you need to report some of these things, and I have. I've reported it to corporate. I've reported a lot of this behavior to the store manager. I even spoke to him on the phone, and he told me a lot of this behavior would not continue to happen, and it has continued to happen. It's ridiculous. Some of you are giving me compliments and being like, oh, you look really young. It's like, well, I look my age. So, and also, I'm not in any type of like youth uniform. Like, I'm in regular, clothing. At the same time that this stinks, though, like, this is my community. This is Sunny Isles. This is where I live. And, that's literally the ocean you're seeing there. And I'm not going to be like scared away or move because someone is not someone, but because an entire Publix is a little messed up. Like, so now we are just grocery shopping. We ate some food, and what are you showing the people? Bananas? Okay, bananas. And I'm just trying to like cheer up. It's been kind of a weird day. Again, to have this happen 3 times where you're being harassed and being asked your age going into Publix is not normal. Again, I'm not talking about like purchasing like a bottle of wine or something. I'm talking about entering the store on foot. And, you're walking into the front of the store and they are, at a point where they're IDing you almost. It was at that point today because this cop did not believe me on my age. So I was like, it was almost at a point of being like, do you want me to show you my ID to enter the store? Because I don't know what's happening at this point. So I know, it could be worse somewhere else. You can have a really creepy bunch of people in a town. I don't know. But it's getting frustrating because it's not normal to be, just wanting to enter a grocery store and go shopping and have, people harassing you about your age at the grocery store. It's just not normal. I'll show it to you guys in like photos, but it's not normal. They're locking the doors here. Like, there's a store this size obviously needs more than one entrance exit. All the youth kind of like bunch up on one of the exits and entrances, and then there's one other, and they're locking it, and they're not like letting people through it. It's obviously like that's a fire hazard. It's like, that can't be. I mentioned this to corporate Publix. They don't care. I mentioned it to the city. It's like crickets. No one will answer. So I guess I could turn the issue into like the fire marshal or something, or OSHA or something like that. But they have to have doors open. They can't have it like where doors are locked and people can't get in and out of the store. It's like, that's not acceptable. So yeah, we are just grocery shopping. It's just like a weird thing to constantly encounter, especially when you've had a long day, to then go into the grocery store and have their comp that works the store question you about your age, and it almost at a point where they're basically at a point where they're asking you your ID to come into the store. It's just not acceptable. And again, this is the 3rd time that this has happened, and the manager told me, who I did talk to on the phone about this, said it would not happen again and happen again. And it's like, and it's just something I'm gonna have to like not give any thought to, because you're at I don't know what the word is, an impasse. You're at a point where it's...
Well, you have to report them to the fire marshal.
You can report them on the thing where the doors are locked, because that's an evident thing where the doors cannot be locked. That's like a no-brainer. As far as them questioning me when I come into the store, they're going to say our policy is to pace the youth coming into the store, and we thought you were. That's what they're going to say. So it just is what it is. So we just checked out, and we're going to go home now. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to have to like learn to live with this situation. Maybe mention it to corporate again because I don't know. It is what it is. But as always, I have Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video, and bye.